So good day everyone. My name is Felix Damilambino and our topic for today is barometric pressure. But first, let's define what is barometric pressure. Barometric pressure, also called as atmospheric pressure or air pressure, is the force or weight of the air surrounding us. This pressure is created by the continuous movement and collision of air molecules, which push in all directions, including downward onto the Earth's surface and any objects on it. So, how barometric pressure works? Barometric pressure results from the mass of air above a given point being pulled down by gravity. The more air above a point, the greater the pressure at that point. So, variation with altitude. As you move higher above sea level, such as climbing a mountain or flying in an airplane, there is less air above you. So, the barometric pressure decreases. Measuring barometric pressure. The instrument used to measure barometric pressure is called barometer. Today, barometric pressure is also measured using aneroid barometers, which use a sealed, flexible metal chamber and electronic sensors, especially in weather stations and aircraft altimeters. So itong aneroid barometer is a advanced technology or advanced measuring barometric pressure. Dito naman tayo sa importance and application nito. Una is weather forecasting. Changes in barometric pressure are key indicators of changing weather. Falling pressure often signals that bad weather, such as rain or storms, is approaching, while rising pressure suggests fair or clear weather. Second is altitude determination. Because pressure decreases with altitude, barometric readings are used in altimeters to determine elevation, especially in aviation. And third is everyday effects. Barometric pressure affects boiling point of liquids, human comfort, and even the way sealed containers behave when moved between altitudes. Yung sinasabi ni ma'am na if nagpakulo ka sa high altitude or sa bundok, which example natin is Baguio, pag nagpakulo ka dun, mas mababang temperature na lang required para kumulo yung tubig or mas mababa yung boiling point ng water. And dun naman sa human comfort, if nasa bundok ka, syempre mas mababa yung air doon. Which means mas mahirap kang huminga doon. Visualizing barometric pressure. But first, let's define what is pressure. Pressure refers specifically to the force that the weight of the air in the Earth's atmosphere exerts on a given surface area. Altitude naman is the vertical distance or height of a point or object above a given reference level, mostly commonly above mean sea level. So ano nga ba ang relationship ng pressure and altitude? The relationship between atmospheric pressure and altitude is exponential. The pressure drops rapidly as you ascend from the sea level. So, they are inversely proportional to each other. So, dito naman tayo sa lapse rate. Lapse rate is the rate at which atmospheric temperature decreases with an increase in altitude. In other words, it quantifies how much the temperature drops as you move higher in the atmosphere. So, ito ang expression ng lapse rate, which R is equals to negative dt over dz, which R is the lapse rate, dt is the change in temperature, and dz or say ba ginagamit nila ang dh, which is change in altitude. Ito naman is ang relationship ng temperature and sa altitude sa ating atmosphere. So, dito sa troposphere, magsisimula tayo dito sa 0 degrees. If umangat tayo papuntang stratosphere, ang temperature nito is lalamig ng lalamig. Ganyan. And if dito naman tayo sa stratosphere to mesosphere, ang temperature naman natin ay mag-i-increase, which magiging mainit. And sa mesosphere to thermosphere naman is para sa troposphere lang. Magiging malamig ulit. And sa taas ng thermosphere is magiging mainit ulit. Patuloy lang mainit lang. So, ganyan yung relationship ng temperature sa altitude. So, dito na tayo sa isothermal versus non-isothermal. An isothermal process or condition is one in which the temperature remains constant throughout the process system or system. While non-isothermal process or condition involves a change in temperature within the system or process. Sinasabi lang naman dito na ang isothermal is palaging sinasabi lang naman dito na ang isothermal is palaging constant ang kanyang temperature throughout the process. Well done. Non-isothermal naman is nag-change ang kanyang temperature throughout the process. So, i-discuss naman ni Carlos P. na ang mga derivation ng mga formula na ginagamit sa barometric pressure.
Good day everyone. So I'm Carl Justin Elustina. So a part is the derivation of the formula of the barometric pressure. So kanina diniscuss ni Felix na merong dalawang type which is form which is the isothermal and the non-isothermal. So first is i-derive ko muna yung isothermal which is we have constant temperature. So for isothermal so meron tayong change in temperature which is dP plus another change in pressure so plus change in temperature na meron din tayong formula na rho times the gravity times the change in height which is dH all over GC. This is equal to 0. So, alam natin na ang PV is equal to nRT. So, dito is isa-solve natin yung density at isa-substitute natin siya dito sa una nating equation. So, alam natin na ang moles or N is equal to mass over molecular weight. Therefore, pag sinubstitute natin siya doon, PV is equal to mRT over molecular weight. So, alam natin ng density naman is mass over volume. Therefore, i-arrange lang natin yung mga variables dito. So, M over V is equal to PMW over RT. So, PMW over R times T. So, meron na tayong density, which is equal siya sa density. Saka natin siya isa-substitute sa unang equation natin, which is ito, equation 1. So, dP plus rho is PMW over RT. So, PMW over RT times the gravity. So, may G dito over GC DH equal to 0. So, lipat lang natin yung isa. So, meron tayong dp. Ibaba na rin natin itong pressure dito. So, dp over p is equal to negative g over gc times the molecular weight all over RT. Ano pang mga naiwan? dH. So, integrate lang natin siya both sides. Itong P from, syempre, pressure 1 papunta kay pressure 2. And then, itong height, sometimes we assume na mag-start siya sa ground. So, HO hanggang sa height na given. So, pag tinuloy natin yan, dP over P, that is ln of P2 minus P1. So, kaya magiging P2 over P1. So, ln of P2 over P1 is equal to negative G over GC, constant naman siya. Negative G over GC, pati yung MWRT, URT, DH. So, meron kang times HO, H minus HO. Pero sabi nga natin, pwede tayo mag-start sa pinaka-ground, sa ground mismo, kaya HO is neglected. So, pwede maging 0 yan. So, ang formula natin is ln P2 over P1 is equal to negative G over GC MW over RT times the height. So, may ln pa tayo sa kabila. Pwede natin siyang i-simplify. So, lagyan lang natin ng E both sides. So, itong E raised to ln, magka-cancel yan. So, may iwan na lang is P2 over P1. So, pwede nating ilipat si P1 sa kabila. So, P2 is equal to negative P1 multiplied by GMWH over GCRT. Pero nakalimutan natin yung E. E raised to, ito pala, E raised to GMWH over GCRT. Ito yung formula natin for the isothermic na barometric pressure. So, tapos na tayo sa isothermal. So, punta naman tayo sa non-isothermal or non-isothermal. Dito is meron tayong changes. So, gamitin natin si lapse rate. So, change in temperature over change in height is equal to the negative lapse rate. So, integrate. Bago natin integrate, lipat muna natin yung dH. So, negative B, dH. Then, integrate natin both sides from TO to T and from HO to H. So, dito magkakaroon tayo ng T minus T sub O is equal to here, negative B, H minus H sub O. Which is tinatanggal na natin to kasi 0 siya. Start siya sa pinakababa, sa ground. So, T is equal to TO minus BH. So, gagamitin natin ito mamaya for solving the non-isothermal equation. So, yung kanina equation din lang, integral of dP over P. Parang ito rin lang yun. Itong part na yan. Ito. So, dP over P is equal to, gaya na natin, negative G MW. So, integral of negative G MW over GCRT times the height, DH times DH. Siyempre, from P1 to P2. From HO to H. Then, substitute natin si temperature. So, the integral of from P1 to P2 of dP over P is equal to, labas natin yung constant, GMW over GCR times T natin is TO minus BH. TO minus BH multiplied by the integral of from HO to H ng DH. So, hindi natin siya basta-basta mai-integrate agad ito since meron tayong H dito sa constant part. So, isasama natin siya doon. So, magkakaroon tayo ng integral of DH over TO minus BH. So, sulat lang natin. Integral of dP over P from P1 to P2 is equal to negative GMW over GCR integral of dH all over TO minus BH from HO to H. Then, pag ginamitan kasi natin to ng U substitution, tong part na to, magkakaroon tayo ng du is equal to negative B. Negative B. And ang U natin dito is yung TO minus BH. Therefore, magkakaroon tayo ng multiplier na negative 1 over B para magsakto yung equation. Para hindi na bago yung equation. So, integrating both sides, may ln tayo ng P2 over P1 is equal to negative GMW over GCR times yung sinabi kong multiplier na 1 over B times yung integral na niya. Magiging DH over, magiging DH over H na siya. O, DU over U. So, ang U natin is TO minus BH. Therefore, magkakaroon tayo ng ln of TO, ln of U, TO minus BH, tapos, over, ano ba yung lower limit natin? TO minus BH sub O. Pero alam natin, ng H sub O is 0, therefore, magka-cancel lang ito. So, matitira tayo ng ln P2 over P1 is equal to negative GMW multiply, negative times negative, so magiging positive na yan. So, GMW over GCR times B, ln of TO minus BH all over T sub O. So, meron pa tayong simplification dyan. Pwede nating ito, e raised to. So, may e tayo dyan. Then, e rin natin to ng buo. So, ito, syempre magka-cancel yung nandun. Since addition siya, ay multiplication. So, ang magkakaroon lang ng constant is this part. To cancel to. And this part, ka-cancel to. Kaso, meron tayong hindi part ng ln dito na si GMW. So, may e raised to rin siya. So, P2 over P1 is equal to, unahin natin yung matatanggal yung ln. So, TO minus PH all over T times, ganito ka na lang para mahiwala yung constant, E raised to GMW over GCRB. GCRB. So, ito yung equation natin or pwede rin natin siyang ayusin. So, saan na magsusulat? Dito na lang siguro. Therefore, P2 is equal to P1 multiplied by TO minus BH all over T multiplied by E raised to GMW over GCRB. So, ito yung equation natin for the non-isothermic or non-isothermal. So, dito is, syempre, ang gagamitin natin na value ng R is, ang value ng R natin dito will be equal to 8314. Ang unit nito is Pascal cubic meter over kilomole per Kelvin, or depende yan if ano yung mga units na given sa problem natin. So, if hindi naman given ang value ng molecular weight, ang molecular weight is equal to ng air, molecular weight ng air, which is 28.84. So, paano ba nakuha yun? So, 79% is nitrogen. Alam natin yun. Then, 21% is oxygen. So, pag ginamit natin yun, yung given na yan, so 0.79 multiplied by, so nitrogen, N2, N is 14, so 2 times 14 is 28. So, meron tayong 28 kilograms per kilomole plus yung 21% na oxygen. So, O2, so 16 ng O times 2, so 32 kilograms per kilomole. So, pag kinalculator natin yan, magiging 28.84 kilograms per kilomole. So, itong gagamitin natin if ever man na walang binigay na mga molecular weight. So, yun lang. So, next natin is may mga problems tayo dito and i-discuss siya ng ating aking mga ka-group. Thank you.
So let's have our first problem. At what height above sea level will the Earth's atmospheric pressure be 20% that at sea level? Assume an air temperature of 10 degrees Celsius and the molar mass of air to be 29 kg per kmol. So first thing na gagawin natin is to write down our given and yung required natin. So, sabi dito is above sea level. So, remember na kapag ang reference point natin is above sea level, yung pressure 1 natin is equal to 101,325 Pascal. And nagsabi dito yung atmospheric pressure natin, which is yung pressure 2 natin is 20% daw ng sea level. So, P2 is equal to 0.2 of P1. Right, masyadong malaki. So, write ko lang. And yung given temperature natin is 10 degrees Celsius. Pero kailangan natin i-convert into Kelvin para mag-cancel out mamaya sa equation natin yung mga units. So, gagawin natin para ma-convert natin tong temperature natin sa Kelvin is mag-a-add lang tayo ng 273.15. So, that's equal to 293.15. So, given din yung molecular weight natin for air na 29 kilogram wait, per kmol. So, ang hinahanap naman natin is yung height. So, remember na ang formula na gagamitin natin dito is yung formula ng isothermal. Bakit isothermal? Kasi constant yung temperature. So, formula for isothermal is P2 equal to P1 E raised to negative G M W G C R T. Quantity H, which is yung height natin. So, now, proceed tayo sa solution natin. So P2 is equal to 0.2 P1, which is 101,325 Pascal, equal to P1 equal to 101,325 Pascal. E raised to negative 9.81 meter per second squared. Quantity 29 kilogram per kmol. Quantity H all over yung gravitational constant natin, which is 1 kilogram meter per Newton second squared. Quantity, yung gas constant natin, which is 8,314 Pascal. Cubic meter all over kmol Kelvin. Quantity 293.15 Kelvin. So let's cancel out our units. Pascal, second squared, kmol, Kelvin, kilogram. And remember na yung Pascal is unit ng Pascal is equal to Newton per square meter. So, matitira lang dyan is meter if titignan natin sa ating equation. So, cancel. So, using ship solve, ang na-compute ko sa height natin is 13,788.186 meter. Yan yung final answer natin.
So I am Erwin James S. Corpus and I will discuss the next problem or example for the barometric pressure. At a certain location, the air temperature at ground level is 22 degrees Celsius and the atmospheric pressure is 750 millimeter mercury. Given that the temperature decreases at a constant rate of 6 degrees Celsius for every 1,000 meters of altitude gain, estimate the elevation at which the air pressure falls to 400 millimeters mercury. Assume the air behaves as an ideal gas. So in this problem, we will determine the height or the elevation at which the pressure to when it falls to 400 millimeter mercury. So first, let's determine the given. The given is at the temperature, the ground level is 22 degrees Celsius. And the pressure at the ground level is 750 millimeters Hg. This is ground level. And then we have the lapse rate, which is the 6 degrees for every 1,000 meters. It's the lapse rate because it is the dt over dh. Temperature over height. So we have this 6 over 1040 our lapse rate. Next given is we have the pressure 2, which is the 400 millimeters Hg. And then we're finding the height. So we will use the formula, derived formula from Carl Justina, which is this P2 is equal to ground level pressure times ground level temperature minus lapse rate times height over temperature to ground level and raised to gravity times molecular weight of the air over Gc. R, which is the gas constant, and the B, which is the lapse rate. So now inputting the given, we'll have 400 here is equals to 750 mmHg. This should be possible, but we will not convert it because they will both cancel out, and we're just finding the height. The temperature at the ground level is 22 degrees Celsius. Should convert this to Kelvin. So we should add 273.15 equals to 295.15 K. Putting it in here, 295.15 5.15 Kelvin minus the lapse rate 6 over 1000 times the height. There you go. And the gravity is equals to 9.821 m squared. The molecular weight of the air is 28.84 kg over kilomole. 8.84 kg grams per kilo mole. And then we have the GC, which is the 1 kg, that M gravitational constant, and that is squared. And the R, which is the gas constant, we have 8,300. 8,314 Pascal, that M cube over K mole. Kilomole dot K times the lapse rate, which is 6 1000. Now we'll use calculator to solve this. Wait a minute. Putting 400 equal to 400 equal to 750 parentheses 195 and 15 minus the lapse rate 6 over 1000. Finding the height of alpha x Raise to, where's that raise? This is raise 9.81 times 28.84, which is the molecular weight of the air over 1 times 8,314 as constant times 5 over 1,000. And here we go. We have the x, which is the height. Here the height is equal to 5,160.879 meters. I think that's all. Should box this.
So here is the example number 3. A barometer is used to estimate the height of a building by measuring the atmospheric pressure at two different elevations. The pressure at the bottom of the building is 755 millimeter mercury, while the pressure at the top is 730. The temperature at the base of the building is 293, and the air is assumed to cool linearly with height at a lapse rate of 0.0364 Kelvin per meter. Determine the height of the building. So, ito ang hinahanap natin, height. Pagtanong natin yung height is missing. Since sinabi niya dito, pressure at the bottom of the building. So, ang height nito is 0. So, reference niya 0, no? So, yan ang magsaserve sa atin as P1. P1 is equals to 755. And P2, of course, would be 730. Our temperature then would be temp is equals temperature is equals to 293. So, in the formula, yung B, yan yung lapse rate. So, since given na yung lapse rate natin, ito na siya. Input lang natin, 0.0364. And height is missing. So, yung formula ng ano natin, ng tawag dito, barometric pressure is P2 over P1 is equals to temperature minus lapse rate times height. Tama ba? Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, plus over T then with an exponential war. Hindi ko alam kung saan ko ilalagay yung exponential. Pero sige, dito na lang. Gravity over molecular weight over gravity constant and R times 1 over B. Okay. So plug and play. So P2 would be 730. P1 would be 755 and equals to 293 Kelvin minus 0.0364 times H raised to gravity natin is 9.81 meter per second squared. At ang molecular weight would be 28.84, right? Yan. Paano to? Ganyan. all over gravity constant is 1. So R would be 800, 800, no, it's 8,314 times the B, which is, what is B? 0.0364. Sana nababasa pa rin, kas. Ayan. All over the temperature, again, 293. So our height would be, wait, calculate lang natin. 730, 755. Chip solve na lang tayo, class. Para mas mabilis. 0.369 times H. Times 28.84 times 8314 times 0.0364. Hindi ko maintindihan yung sulat ko. Chip solve. And the height would be 387.6218 meters. This would be the final answer, class. Oh, yun lang. Madali, di ba? Plug and play. Intindihin nyo lang yung kung ano ang P1, P2, and the temperature. And ito. Especially pag yung hindi given yung lapse rate, no? Baka malito kayo kung anong temperature na ba. Kasi yung sa lapse rate, may sinasabing temperature at every ganitong height, nagda-drop, mga ganun. Baka yun yung mailagay nyo dito sa temperature, tapos yung temperature na given naman, is yun yung magamit nyo pangkuha ng lapse rate. So, yun lang naman yung take note. So, that's all, class, and thank you for listening.